Okay, Sunday night football action. Welcome to the big show. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. The entire country is watching Aaron Rodgers' first win of the season for himself, for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. He is the real deal. He needs he needs he needs to be repaid back for all the games that the NFL has told him to throw for the Green Bay Packer Football Association. Aaron Rodgers is just fine. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. Aaron Rodgers is the real deal. There is no doubt about it what we are expecting to see tonight. The dropped touchdown by Christian Watson was completely rigged and completely scripted. They don't show that in the highlights. It's all about Masonic deception. They don't want you to see that the Packers were a drop touchdown away from scoring the first touchdown of the game. It was never, ever, ever, ever supposed to be a Packers touchdown on the first drive. It was always supposed to be 23-7. It was always supposed to be 23-7. It always was. It's crazy how the game has started so early right now. It's crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Go Packers! Here we go.
Yeah, I think the Bears have been reading the newspapers all week long. We've been hearing about the Green Bay, right?
Green Bay Packers are winning the game.
Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon going all that. So they're going on first down, single high, man to man.
I think I like Sammy Watkins score first touchdown because he was the 14th pick because the Packers are winning their 14th championship. Be the Packers' 14th touchdown. It's worth a try. It is worth a try for Sammy Watkins. We'll see if it's the draft pick that scores the first touchdown this year. I know Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. I know he's going to do big things for the Packers this year. I thought kickoff was at 5:20. It wasn't at 5:20. I know what's going on. Chicago's going to stop the run. It's Aaron Rodgers owning the Packers that's going to decide this game. Packers are one win away from tying the Bears with the win. They have the 15 yards because it's Bart Starr. Because they call a timeout. They don't even set it up. They don't even have the delay of game penalty right there. It's 10-10. It is 10-10 at this timeout. It's completely rigged. 10-10 because of the Packers' 10th title. This is how the down in distance in time is completely synced up by the numbers. Because the 10th championship for Green Bay occurred versus Kansas City in Super Bowl I. This is how very much it is very contrived. Contrived to the core. 15 touches for the running back. 15 years later, the NFC can win the Super Bowl at Arizona. The most wins in the 3-year span without winning the Super Bowl for the NFC. Oh, what a catch!
Very cover. The backer was in coverage. Beautiful throw here to get
Wow, look at that.
Steps down. When does this ball come out? 1, 2.
He's got the ball.
Once he was out of bounds, that's a completed pass. Rogers goes quick to try and make sure there's no chance to challenge the play. We get a flag
It's
throw.
Aaron Rodgers' 24th win against the Bears tonight. Because Rodgers goes 2-4 in the AFC title game. A win. His 24th win against the Bears for the first win of the season.
Yeah, and the best news for Aaron Rodgers.
24th win versus the Bears. He owns that team.
After the ACL, week 11 last year.
He owns
He
that
is
team.
a cornerstone along with David Bakhtiari.
It's a done
who's
deal.
getting close.
He's getting the win.
One game at the end. Rodgers out quick, incomplete. Trying to connect with
Number 83 should have caught the ball. I don't know what he was doing.
young receivers who the trust has to develop.
Aaron Rodgers said, go. He already threw the ball to the top to his rookie wide receiver.
Up here, and he goes like, I'm gonna back shoulder this thing to you, turn around. But that's it, Mike. I mean, you saw time after time in the game last week. It was Aaron holding the ball a little longer. He's one of the great anticipate throwers that there is, you know. But in that game, you could just see he was waiting to make sure those young guys doing what he thought they were going to do. Well, under the opening drive, the three-man rush. Rodgers,
Deflected.
a second-round pick out of Washington, being tested early coming up on this opening drive. They've scored a whole bunch of touchdowns like that. It looked like Gordon was in trouble. Lassard had him off the line of scrimmage.
Throw to Watkins. He was open.
A leap of
Throw to
faith.
Watkins.
Sometimes when you get young, athletic guys like Gordon, they can overcome early mistakes. So that's 3rd and 15.
It'll be a close game. You don't need to worry about that. Sammy Watkins scored the first touchdown.
A Green Bay field goal attempt after the long opening drive. Wow, you don't see Aaron Rodgers miss one very often, but that time.
So it's 10 points for the Packers this year. The Packers 10 points. It's the Packers 10 points of the year. Opponents 23. That's 33.
Crosby, who struggled last year with a 40-yard field goal attempt here. Man scored the most points in Packer history.
Packers rule with trash ass Bears. There ain't no doubt who winning tonight. It is all decoded by GB. Queen Death. It's all ritual. It is all a ritual with Tom Brady and his distanced legal spouse. Not his wife, his legal spouse. Because Tom Brady is collapsing in front of our eyes right now. He will regret his choice to not retire after Super Bowl 55. The Queen Death. It's all ritual. You gotta understand what GB is all about. Green Bay. GB, the initials of Green Bay. Packers easily win the game tonight. They win against the Giants. They win against the Jets. They win against the Dolphins. They win against the Lions. They win against the Vikings the second time around. Aaron Rodgers probably sweeps the Bears. Great Britain. That's what that's all about. Tom Brady's finally retiring. He has to spend time with the family. The Masonic owners agreed on that script. That's why he retires Arizona. This is a crowning moment for Aaron Rodgers. The Bears are a lock to lose tonight. The Bears are just not very good at football. Jimmy Garoppolo can play quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, number 10, came in the game because we're about to see the rematch of the Packers' 10th championship. That's why Mitch Trubisky is a starting quarterback in the NFL right now. Tonight's a lot. We already know the Packers win. I still like Watkins scored the first touchdown. He was open. He should have scored the touchdown, but it was all script again because Packers had to score 10 points to open the season. 3-3, 10-3. Hello. Tonight is an easy win for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. Open broadcast software is not working well. It's all good. My main point is that the Packers are one win away from tying the Chicago Bears. This is how you know this is Aaron Rodgers' night. He owns the Chicago Bears. He's 2-4 against the Bears. He's 24-20 against the Bears because he's going to be 2-4 in the NFC title game. This is how we know State Farm Super Bowl is happening. It's already happening. Is that script? The Cowboys script for next year already happened. This is going to be a historic slugfest rivalry. It's going to be 3-3. It's going to be 10-3. The Packers are going to jump ahead.
Career start, 3 of them coming in this rivalry against the Packers. See his career numbers there. He's only 8 of 17 in the rain last week. The 11th pick in the 2021 draft out of Ohio State.
Ohio State just doesn't develop quarterbacks.
But the throws he did hit last week were big plays.
ESPN, Murray Magic. Magic. The Bears going to keep it close because it's a new coach, because it isn't the guy that they got from the Canadian League, because it's not Matt, what do you call the guy from the Chiefs that they got?
Late block on the outside to spring him, but for David Montgomery, that's the first time he's been in the free space to go running this entire season. Last week,
The quarterback coach that they got, Kansas City. The former Bears coach, he was a screw-up. He whiffed on the ball. Look at that. Scrub quarterback. It's the same story again with the Green Bay Packers. I mean, Rodgers owns that team.
Sometimes, let's take a look at this one. That was a play in which Sam Mustipher, the center, had to pull hard to his right, and sometimes when that happens, the ball doesn't quite get
Matt Nagy, okay. Matt Nagy, that's his name. Just like Rex Grossman, he fumbled the snap in Super Bowl 41.
But today, you can't sit in a play through the headset at this point, so the Bears are going to take a timeout.
Chicago Bears are a slack team. That is not how you want to call a timeout, especially in this 2-minute situation.
Timeout, Bears.
We all got a thing. The thing that gets us out of bed or keeps us out of it. The thing we live to do, that we do for nothing at all. We don't do it for nothing.
Real Madrid win. They win La Liga. I knew it.
What it means. Everything.
Messiah scored in the 5th minute. Messiah scored the 26th goal of the year. Plus 22, 22nd points of the year for Paris Saint-Germain. Lyon allowed the 10th goal. They remained at 13 points.
All right, go get it. Yeah, good boy.
When it comes to lasting relationships, we're thinking of every mile. The new Hyundai Tucson. It's your journey.
Reggie Bush had something important taken from him, so Wendy's is returning it.
The pretzel pound!
We haven't told him it's back for a limited time.
Choose Wisely. Choose Wendy's pretzel pub cheeseburger.
I'll remember that chapter of my life forever.
Packers are just a lock
We
tonight.
protected that progressive home in Bundchen day and night. We left our blood, sweat, and tears on that yard. Well, Jamie did anyway.
That was a dominating performance by the great Gio. We are on track with everything that's happening right now. We absolutely are. Great eyes on the dynasty of the decade. Again, the 2-14 angle with the Giants was completely correct. Completely correct.
No matter where I am, NFL Plus is how I football. This is live, local, and primetime games on your phone or tablet. This is how you football.
Packers by 11 points. Yes, it is. 101 days after the Queen's death, the free kick to Machi of 101. Messiah win against England in the World Cup.
Law and Order premiere event Thursday, 7 Central on NBC and streaming the next day on Peacock. It's the courthouse here in Brown County. Like everything else, it's been around for a while. Been here since 1910. Now the Chicago timeout. It's 2nd and 10. Montgomery.
Sack him!
Fields. He's worth here.
You shot! Ah, don't go! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Fuck it! Former Packer, I know it! Woo!
Beautiful job here. Executing plays that they know they're going to have to try and trick this game just a bit tonight, but why not? Come out, why not throw a Packer right at him early on? Equanimity is
These quarterbacks suck. He can only do it against a soft-ass zone coverage. These guys are
They're so young,
sucks.
I don't know that they know any better.
These guys suck at quarterback.
His brother Amon running great days for the Lions. Montgomery on the right. Good first down run.
Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT.
Montgomery.
Time for some going-on defense.
They sure do, don't they? And come in with the fullback this time, get a good crackback block that time by Equinemius St. Brown and going right to the line of scrimmage.
Down from the 12.
It's right. You guys are a joke team. You're better than the Bears. Bears are a much better team than last year.
Inside the 5 at the 3-yard line.
I like the 10-3 scoreline, like the opening game, the 100-year anniversary, but they may allow another Rodgers comeback because all we can't win in the fourth quarter. Can't win in the fourth quarter, but he's going to come back when the fourth quarter is here.
They're going to win this game.
12 more rushing yards than last week already for Montgomery. The Greats Fields on the edge to the corner and into the touchdown. Justin Fields takes care of it himself, and the Bears score first.
Ooh, the Bears. Look at this. Justin Fields.
Great job, Gino. 59 home runs. He is 3 away from the record.
You really don't want a whole lot of this guy when he gets up ahead of steam. We keep up by Montgomery out there as well, but the Bears are fired up. You know, anytime you come out and win that first game of the season at a young team, you don't know.
I know the preseason.
They're gay. Don't worry about that. City of Glendale, Aaron Rodgers, Shamachi 63. It's all a rigged hoax. You cannot fall for the deception. The Bears are a joke team.
They are the baby Bears. He's the leader of the bunch. His second year.
Packers by 11 points.
And a touchdown run. 7-3. Chicago.
Packers got this.
Peaceful state. Full plate. Wait, are you my blind date? Dancing crew, a trip for two. Now the final interview. Buy or lease. Masterpiece. Hates that joke. Artichoke. Game with Doug. Brand new mug. Come here, kid. Give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. Brought to you by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Aaron Rodgers has himself an easy victory tonight. He is one win away for the Packers tying the Bears. The Packers are the supreme franchise between the Bears and Green Bay. Packers rule the Bears. Aaron Rodgers rules the Bears. Packers find a way to get a quarterback. The Bears have never found a way to get a quarterback.
Find out at bignaturaltoast.net. Join Uber One or don't.
I mean, tonight is easy. Tonight is very easy.
Yep, the camera is incredible.
You already know winning the game tonight.
But everyone should get it.
Everyone can get it.
Every new customer.
And every existing customer.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
What a win by the Cardinals today. What a wild win.
The best deal on every iPhone. It's amazing.
Everyone gets AT&T's best deals on every
Good thing the rigging for Vegas worked for the Cardinals.
Are you coming for my job?
For the Vegas sportsbooks.
Hey, check this out.
I want to try.
Are we the best? We know we the best.
Oh, she's.
When it comes to electrifying the long haul, we're thinking of every mile. The Hyundai Ioniq 5. It's your journey.
Lamar Jackson just went through a shaving ritual today.
Good play calling in that draft.
Lamar Jackson choked and they said he was too much of a running back. It's too bad for Lamar Jackson, but it is what it is.
He was on the opposite sideline the last few seasons, and Justin
I think it's a
Fields
shaving
has said
ritual
Rodgers is my favorite quarterback
at play.
over the years, because he was 9 when Rodgers got the Packers starting job. Now he's watched it in a different way. Learning because the offense is similar. Touchback. Packers will take over their own territory. Matt Eberflus taking over the Bears, who is somewhat anonymous, maybe. He's 52 years old. He was a good linebacker at Toledo. Played for Nick Saban, actually, for a year at Toledo. And then had a long and successful college coaching career. When he took to the NFL, he was working with the linebackers and the Browns, and then the Cowboys, including with Jason Garrett, for a little bit. And he was in Indianapolis for the last 4 years as the defensive coordinator for the Colts. Widely respected, interviewed for 3 jobs a couple of years ago. 2, Jacksonville and Chicago, coming into this season. He's the new Bears head coach. Rodgers starts at 25. It is a
Running game.
6 yards. On that carry.
Starting with the right. I like that.
Chris, give me a sense of Eberflus. We sat with him for a good while last night.
Yeah, I like him.
Of course they're rigged to win. It was rigged for the Cardinals to win. It was rigged for the sports books. It was rigged against the people who live in Las Vegas. It's too obvious.
And it's kind of cool, right? Of course, I was down.
How you forget to play football up 20-0? He's how you know it's a rigged game.
But yeah, he gets their attention. They believe.
The sheep don't understand the art of the deception. They've had it repeated for their faces multiple times. They've had last year. They've had the overtime against the Chargers, the Ravens, the Dolphins, but they're just not understanding.
Exactly how to motivate players. A perfect example. If Eberflus knew a player on the opposing team was drafted higher than Leonard, he would simply whisper it in his ear before a game, knowing how much he would feed off of it.
Let's find a way to connect with these young players and get them to believe for sure here in Chicago.
Sheena win on the 1 days after the death of Queen Elizabeth from the legendary free kick. I know Argentina will be just fine. I have zero doubt.
Also is going to start feeling really comfortable in the because already we're starting to see Elton Jenkins on the outside at that right tackle position being able to take hits. And when you have a tackle that can block one guy.
And the Raiders were perfect in overtime, but the Raiders were not perfect this year because of the fumble. They're trying to fumble the game away.
2nd and 10. He scans. Looks to escape. Rodgers has some space. A flag is down on the opposite side of the field. Rockets just kicks it right up by Nicholas Morrow, the linebacker for the Bears. Flag came over on the near side, away from the play where Alan Lazard was trying to get free. Illegal contact. Defense, number 9.
Yeah! Yeah!
That's the rookie, Jaquan Brisker.
And if you're coming out of college football, this has to be the most frustrating rule. Right here, number 9, you're going to see him grab, turn in there just a little bit, but it's the contact. And Mike, it's been beat into our heads this year. They are going to enforce that. They believe the NFL is a game of scoring points. They're going to give certain advantages to the offensive unit, and that's a big one.
That's a huge one.
It was illegal contact. They took one. It's a little pitch pass to Christian Watson in his hands early. Watson hit hard.
Go, Christian!
The first down. Jalen Johnson with the tackle. So Christian Watson, North Dakota State, second-round pick for the Packers. He dropped that 75-yard would-be touchdown on the very first play of the game last week in Minneapolis.
But this is smart, right? This counts as a catch. It counts as a completion. He's going to take a big hit at the end. And then look at Jalen Johnson. Just pay attention to the Chicago Bears, and in particular, Jalen Johnson trying to punch that ball out. But Watson, get the ball in his hands. He's young. Let him relax. Put a reception on the record player. Yeah, it's the right thing.
Let him play. Do it. Packers take the lead with their 10th points of the game. Because of the rematch of the Packers' 10th championship. That is why.
Watson, he came off slow. Remember, he missed week 1 with an ankle injury. He's over there on the sideline with Matt LaFleur.
It was interesting talking with Roquan Smith, and we asked him about the two backs of the Packers, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, because, Dillon's bigger, but Aaron Jones runs harder. And you can see it play after play. That guy wants the football in his hands, especially after last week.
He's the back down, fake to him. Rodgers over the middle.
Sammy Watkins.
Second catch for the veteran Watkins. 24 on that go.
24 yards. 24th win against the Bears.
Hop step right there off the back foot, but that time it was the young guy, Kyler Gordon. They got him for a nice run on the first one. Come right back, play action. You can see number 6 take that half step up. Sammy Watkins taking about 10 steps forward.
Packers trying to respond to the Bears touchdown. 14, Gisele trying to get over to the right.
Go Aaron Rodgers.
Stopped up Nicholas Morrow.
They'll probably send it to the second quarter. Probably.
One of the many new additions on
Take
the
your time.
Chicago team. The old line, you got to buy a program to know who's playing. I guess in these days you got to download it off the phone or something. But man, it's hard to figure out who these guys are. So many are new to Chicago.
Yeah, but it is going to be exciting. They got a lot of free agents that were relatively low priced, right? Al-Qadim Muhammad, Justin Jones, Nicholas Morrow. All those guys are good football players. Now they're starting to show up.
Well, I try to draw him off sides. It's all good. Are we good? Packers can score here to begin the second quarter. The Packers are big time. The Packers will score. Ain't no doubt about that.
Right now, new customers get a free entry into a single game contest or share millions in prizes. It's easy to build a team in minutes. And from single game to season long contests, you can take home W's all year long. Make everyone feel big.
Oh, I know. It's that Dirk Lars. Go.
Submitted to the kid.
He's ready to showcase himself.
And it's not a kickoff.
He's the greatest
but
quarterback ever.
small places that make game day big.
He's the greatest
So
quarterback
raise your
I've ever played in the sports
and
book.
kick off a crowd. Beautiful day, what you know. But most
Jack
people
Hartlow's
probably know that Geico could save their money on car insurance, right? Well, could have them save on boat insurance too. Okay,
Derek Carr's paying a lot of money to see points. That's how I know you to go. Anyone say otherwise, they know nothing. Because Derek Carr saved the points today. The Queeps and the Colts on CBS. Turn on the Raiders and the Titans, John. You know nothing.
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your case, store your things until you're ready,
Why?
and they deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
The new Subway Series menu, the greatest sandwich roster ever found. The more I'm the new boss. Here's Patrick Mahomes.
Incredible. Meatballs, fresh mozzarella, and pepperoni.
49ers and the Broncos, what a gay game. Russell Wilson will make a game. Russell Wilson sucks at football. That was a horrible performance against a dumpster fire of a football team.
One family, one Chicago. Strong together. Chicago Wednesday returns this Wednesday on NBC.
Tonight's aerial coverage brought to you by Geico. Like Rico Chris Collinsworth. Well, let's just start with you from Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's a great area that builds up right across the street from the stadium.
Packers, ground is Samashi 73. It's 3-7 Chicago.
Got to be here in December, to be very honest with you. No, not you. Come on, man.
Chicago Cardinals has Samashi 73. First team in Chicago.
Second quarter begins just the third drive of the game. Teams have scored on their opening drive. You see Lazard went out a couple of plays to go back in. Second and 11, pitch it to the end. To Aaron Jones.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Packers! 10th points. Rematch of the 10th championship against the Queens.
And the first Glenville leap of the year.
9 points, 9 playoff wins for Bart Starr. Invents somebody with the Packers. 9-play drive. And the first win of the season. It's all you know. It's all you know. Champion Jamaica 79. 7-10.
On the official story, initially has been ruled a pass, but I think they're going to change that back to a run. It looked like that was backwards. Fantasy football fans.
Bear saw.
And in case Rodgers
Joke team.
Touchdown.
You know what I know.
Getting it to Jones, and Green Bay takes the lead 10-7. Quick start to this one, everybody.
He must bow down to his GOAT quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Justin Fields will bow down to the GOAT quarterback of the last decade.
50 to the 18 used on defensive players for the first round. Only 3 offensive players. Malanga, Sherrod, Jordan Love was still the backup quarterback. But no receivers, no running back, no tight ends.
Big 10 is all synced up with the rematch of the Packers Chiefs 10th championship.
They had the franchise quarterback. The guy who's down for camp, whose name will be up here forever at Lambeau whenever he steps away. But they haven't gotten him a first-round talent. Now, he's had some great players, Chris. Some of it his doing, he's made them, but that's been the question. The cast surrounding Aaron Rodgers.
There's been 0 questions about what the Packers are capable of doing. Like this running backboard. This is kick returner.
Mike, I think it's a little bit of the curse of greatness, right? When you have a player like Aaron Rodgers over there, and he's taking a good chunk of the salary cap, let's say that too. But you feel like you can put second, third rounders around him, and he's going to have success. On the defensive side, they have some expensive players. 5 of their top 7 paid players are on the defensive side of the ball, and they need to pick it up just a bit this year.
And it's not knocking the drafting. They're drafting the defensive side, so it's terrific.
Correct.
I do agree these defensive players, these Georgia players, fantastic. Ah! Fumble! You suck! 18-yard line, Jamacha Bears. Bears are a shit team.
For Preston Smith, off the edge. for the second.
Packers own this garbage ass team.
Great job by Preston Smith. Really, the pressure came from the other side, and then he was able to run the full circle and run down Justin Fields so hard when that contact comes from behind, and you just never see it close. But good job by Fields to hang on.
Second and 15, Darnell Mooney is the movement. He's
Oh, 11, 12 yard line. Look at that. That's defense right there. Look at that.
Rasul Douglas, so impressive a season ago. He ends up with 5 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. So how they reward him? They put him in the slot, something he's never really done.
Tackle that bitch.
So far. Sometimes you need veteran players to play somewhere they're not so comfortable. Douglas has been knocking it out.
third and 19.
Justin Fields is scrub. No screen pass. Faggot ass play. Look at that. He fell straight down.
Douglas with the stop and a very quick 3 and out for the Chicago offense.
Like just what they did last week, right? If they had a bad series and they took a sack, throw a screen, run a draw, don't give it up on this end of the field. They think their stamina, both mental and physical, will win games for them in the second half. They're not going to make big mistakes in the first.
Hunter, Trenton Gill kicks it away. They're caught by Mari Rodgers. A kick of 42. There was no return. Douglas made a couple
Packers touchdown. 17-7. I'm calling it. Bears are awful team.
stops on Sunday night.
I have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis, so I'm taking Zeposia, a once daily pill, because I won't let UC stop me from being me.
Zeposia can help people with UC achieve and maintain remission.
Awful team.
First and only S1P
Awful team the Bears are. Dysfunctional, delusional fans. Oh, we're going to make a change this year. We're doing well this year. Where are the Bear fans out right now? They ain't nowhere to be found. Aaron Rodgers and goal. I'd probably still say the Bucs going to win next week, but you never know. It probably will be 3-0. The Packers will lose because it's all rigged hoax, and the Packers win the conference title game. Perfect plan. Let's carry forward with it.
Tell your doctor if you are pregnant or plan to be.
Perfect plan. Let's go. Let's go.
If you're living with moderate to severe,
I'd say the Bucs win. I'd say the Brady Colt worship is going to play into Las Vegas. It's going to play to Las Vegas very well because you see it's State Farm Super Bowl, but they don't understand no State Farm Super Bowl. They don't understand it, man. Silver Helmet wins at the Silver State. Dallas Cowboys. That's how you know. Silver Helmet win at the Silver State. Dallas Cowboys. Super Bowl 58. The Cowboys win the Super Bowl since the Dallas fan on my channel. Oh my God. Dallas Cowboy fans want answers.
Get iPhone 14 Pro on us with Apple TV Plus included now at T-Mobile.
They still want to hear that ain't happening this year.
With this fusion of prime rib steak, melted provolone, and other magical melting stuff, Arby's is now officially a fusion restaurant.
And Rodgers said, go. Look at that. 10-7. Green Bay Packers lead. 10 points. 10th championship against the team. Super Bowl 1. So the Packers are winning.
That is a lot to replace. So who's going to do it? Now that he wears silver and black, you have the veterans like Lazard and Randall Cobb.
Sammy Watkins is a former Chief player. It's all script.
And then those rookies. Story in the back is
Valdir Scantling, former Packer. He's with the Queens.
It's a little bit of lean on the veterans. Let those young guys develop. A couple catches for Watkins so far.
And Rodgers just fine. Yeah, the purposely dropped pass last week. It was rigged. That's a penalty. The referee was horrible right there. That was a penalty.
Come out and go after the bookie. They have an opportunity because on first down, the Bears are coming down their safeties, man-to-man on the outside. This time just good enough, and anytime the Bears can get you in second down, Now they're playing.
Sammy, you have to catch that. Come on, bro. Come on now.
You gotta keep yourself in the game when you're playing against Aaron.
Help out your GOAT quarterback.
Gordon will play in the slot, and then
No one taking Aaron Rodgers this year. Only the GOATs take the goal.
Called here by Rodgers. It's the second taken by Green.
10 yards. Timeout. Second.
Gisele
Bundchen. It's Green Bay. It's Great Britain. It's the death of the Queen at 96. Just been somebody's 96 regular season wins on the day of her death at 96. That's the whole meaning of the GB initials.
We've been hearing about Kiara's a week or two away for about 6 months now.
That's what it's completely about. That's about her death at 96 years of age. And been somebody 96 regular season wins as a coach. Gisele Bundchen, retired, spent time with the kids. Great Britain, Green Bay. It's all ritual.
Everything that's going on. They start these safeties back here.
GB, Great Britain, the Queen, Crown, Packers, Jamaica Packers, Jamaica Crown.
Here comes Aaron with a play action pass, but it was covered beautifully on the outside by the young rookie. So many times, rookies, it's not the physical mistakes they make, it's the mental mistakes. But so far, these guys have been on it.
By Rodgers a goal. Ooh, how dare you!
Who was second in the league in sacks last year, comes around the edge to get Aaron Rodgers and force the Packers to punt.
I love watching Robert Quen play. Watch how he goes. First of all, straight up the field, and then a hard turn.
Oh, Robert Quen played for the Rams. He's there for years.
He gets so low, and he
I think you ass. The Cowboys are ass.
18 and a half sacks a year ago, and comes right back with a huge one here.
Packers are the best team in the NFL. Greatest winning team ever.
Touchback, 72 yards.
72 yards. Glendale, Arizona, Jamaica, 72. 72 yards. I heard the announcer. You heard the announcer. They're not even pretending right now. Aaron the GOAT. He's the GOAT. 12 years later, his second Super Bowl, December the 2nd. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT this decade. He's the GOAT the last 5 years, Aaron Rodgers. He's the GOAT of throwing games for the NFL. He does the Freemasonic this evening is just right, Aaron Rodgers. Quarterback in the last 10 years is big giant fire and Rodgers. State Farm Super Bowl. It's too obvious. Hell yeah, Cardinals came back and win. How about that? What a win by the Cards.
Do you realize how fast 10 cents adds up? And up.
What a win.
Become a Walmart Plus member and save
That was big time.
on mobile stations.
Yes. Oldest wings on
That was a great team the Cardinals played today. That team, we won against the Dynasty. We won against the Dynasty. It all confirms they beat Lamar Jackson Super Bowl 59. The General Jackson psyop is on the way for Lamar Jackson at New Orleans in the War of 1812. It's official. It's official.
Even you who got destroyed at cornhole in front of all your friends. Now get up to a
Inofficial.
package free bets if you don't win. That's why America's #1 sports book is the best place to bet on the NFL. FanDuel. Make it more.
That Ravens game was so rigged.
One leap at a time. Don't miss the premiere of the new series, Quantum Leap 10.
Of course the Raven game was so lame, Raven.
Bears take over at their own 20.
How you be such a big team with that defense? I Baltimore defense, I know nothing. Come on, guys.
Rotating at that guard spot. Ball start. Offense. Ready for. Tight end Ryan Griffin, we're keeping decent business for all you fantasy football players. The Aaron Jones play for the touchdown, officially a run.
I see Quebec. Bears are trash. Go Packers. Packers already won the Super Bowl.
Was Patrick, former Packer, first 5 years?
John Madden's first Super Bowl was against the Packers. That Packers D is stiff for it. Look at that. I know the Packers are a far better team than the Bucs. I have no doubt the Bucs win the following week in week 3 because it's a rigged hoax. The psyoping of the masses begins in week 3. It is mind control to the core. Aaron Rodgers lose again to Tom Brady. Tom Brady win Super Bowl. Connect the 83 wins of Vince Lombardi in his 5 titles in 7 years. Aaron Rodgers scored at 83. What you gonna do about that? Sir! That was a scripted play. It was a soft zone coverage. Classic textbook example. That is a classic example of textbook.
If any part of the back leg is onside, if you will.
Well, you see, the Queen is Camacho 41. Argentina 41 matches unbeaten before the World Cup final.
It was fun, but
The 2 friendlies, just an order. He's across the line. Good call.
football would be pretty cool if you were allowed to do that.
Sucks to be a Bears fan.
So after that opening drive and the touchdown, here are 3 and outs here for this Chicago offense and the Packers defense. As you said at the beginning, the unit that should be playing better has stepped up.
Yeah, they are.
Getting rid of it quickly is Chuck Gill. Rodgers back at the 25. A little bit of space here. Rodgers middle of the field returns it to
45!
20 on the return.
45-yard line.
7, so the Packers get good field.
You said 45-yard line.
There are 3 and outs here for this Chicago offense and the Packers defense. As you said at the beginning, the unit that should be playing better has stepped up.
Yeah, they are.
Getting rid of it quickly is Chuck Gill.
Run!
25. A little bit of space here. Rodgers middle of the field returns it to the 45-yard line.
The script, 45-yard line. Did you not hear the announcer? Super Bowl 45. Tom Brady's world is collapsing. He should have retired after Super Bowl 55. That's what's going to come back. A couple more hits, he's going to feel it. Surely enough, he will find back to each other. I think Sammy Watkins has looked good. Christian Watson had a screen pass. He looks good. Jones looked good. 83, whatever his name is, he needs to get more involved. Green Bay Packers defense is the best defense in the NFL. This team looks like a Super Bowl contender. It'll be rigged for the Bucks next week. Don't worry about that. We'll get to the rig hoax in a second. Aaron Rodgers is going to be in the wild card round. That's how rigged it is.
Aaron Rodgers, we see all kinds of throws from this magician, and we asked him the other day, like, okay, you do all these little sidearm flicks and around, and football's not easy to throw in Green Bay. I said, how many arm issues have you had in your career? And my last one was in high school. Like, come on, right? And he doesn't really throw in the offseason. All he wants to do is make it through the preseason to family night, and he says, I'm good. So he's on a pitch count till
family night.
And then after that, no problem.
It's the big man here in the stadium before the preseason games start. The system's been, it's working. Starting field position right, play action on first down. Complete to the veteran Randall Cobb. He's been on into a lot of those Rodgers passes. His second tour of duty here in Green Bay. And a game of it.
Yeah, I think Randall Cobb made the comment, you know, when times get a little tough and you've got those rookie receivers out there and you're not sure what they're going to do, that's why you brought me back, right?
He can lean on me.
Yeah, he's leaning on me a little bit. That's why you brought me here. And it was, believe me, it was Aaron that brought him here.
This is year two of tour number 2. We got with Dallas and Houston. Second one, Aaron Jones, left side. Waiting for that block. Back to first down. Roquan Smith goes to the sideline with Aaron Jones. That's the Packers movement on the bigger side of midfield.
It's interesting to watch Roquan Smith move, isn't it? He is the guy who's in charge of going sideline to sideline here. And he's trying to chase down Aaron Jones. It's always a foot race. That time just enough. And of course, we know about the contract dispute Roquan Smith had, but one of the things the Bears were grateful for after his hold in during the course of training camp, and he started playing, never came up again, and he just got to work.
He asked for a trade. He is his own agent. He's back pretty well in week 1. Goes to the right, sifting through it, gets tackled. Nice run to the 33-yard line, and Jones already has 7 touches after 8 all of week 1.
So much of this looks like the Rams offense, which of course is where a lot of this comes from. You'll see a lot of sort of crackbacks and pulls and getting people out on the edge.
Of course, because
formations, and those guys, once they just get a little bit of movement.
Sean McVay, it was Matt LaFleur that came from the Rams. Fail to mention that.
There he goes again. This is A.J. Dillon who's coming in, and he takes it to the first down to the 24-yard line. So these backs being used almost interchangeably, and they're giving the Packers good offense in this first half.
Yeah, got a little pressure right up the gut this time from the nose tackle of the Bears, but unable to get there on that one. Who was that? Angelo Blackson?
Yep. He wanted to hold on Myers. 24 again.
This running game looks dangerous.
Vildor stopped him. One play later. Offense, number 70.
Come on.
10-yard penalty replay. They get the hold of this on Royce Newman, the right guard.
And Royce Newman back in there at right guard after playing right tackle. But this is when the Bears now have to win, right? I mean, this is the way they're going to play. They're trying to do the right thing. They're playing deep, taking away the big plays from Aaron Rodgers. And eventually you'll get a holding call, you'll turn the ball over, you'll fumble, something will go wrong. Here it is. This is the opportunity. Now you have to keep Aaron Rodgers from picking up 20 yards.
I don't know if the Bears are capable of doing that.
sees a flag down as Rogers goes down again.
Another hold, a face mask.
Another one for Travis Gibson. It would be the third sack of Rogers if the play stands. There's no foul on the play. Second down.
There you go. No foul.
Well,
No harm done.
Isn't always classified as a hold, I don't think. Depending on the game that you got going, sometimes you can do that and that's not a hold, Mike. I have no idea why that's not a hold.
That's a hold.
We still got the sack. How about the game that Gibson's having out here?
Second and 28. So to the edge it goes. Romeo Dobbs.
Screen. Look at that. Romeo.
Fourth round pick out of Nevada. And one of those rookies being counted on to fill in at the wide receiver spot.
Well, look at all the big dogs getting out in front of that play. As soon as that ball was thrown, there were 4 offensive linemen scooting out in front and really made some nice blocks. But you're seeing some of the elusiveness of Romeo Dobbs.
Dobbs was drafted from Nevada. Devontae Adams went to Nevada.
And that's as high a praise as you can give. He is some athlete.
Recognizing camp here for the Packers. The game is 20, sets up third and 8. And Rodgers across the middle, caught by Cobb for the first down.
Mr. Reliable. Randall Cobb.
Takes second and 28 to first down in the red zone in 2 plays.
A lot of people don't know that Aaron Rodgers likes to play darts in the quarterback room. You're going to get a look at one here. Blank him out. He knows he's got Roquan Smith one-on-one. Nice move. Little sidearm dart in there for the first down. So first down at 20, doesn't matter.
See that route you just see. Randall Cobb gets Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron can trust him. 13.
Pitch, block, and cut. Cut the other way away from the right-hand side. Too much concentration.
As we approach 5 minutes till halftime, the Pack up 3.
There's a handful of people in the league I would not want to tackle. That's one of them right there. About 250 pounds worth of man, and he's sort of the ultimate closer. You know what I mean? When you're at the end of the game, and all of a sudden they're up a touchdown, and they want to go into that 4-minute drill, and here comes 250 pounds, and sometimes you make those business decisions when you're playing defensive back.
His nickname is Quadzilla. He says it all. Those quads. Massive. From the back, Jones coming out of the end to the end zone. Jones with a touchdown.
24 points in the game.
And that one will go down as a passing touchdown.
And as soon as this play was over, Aaron Rodgers turns to his head
I was at best.
and he said, "Nice call, baby." See, yeah, that's you. That's a good one.
Always bad in back lane. Here's her joke.
That's second down and long, and 4 steps later in the end zone, Mason Crosby adding the extra point. He took one in on the ground. This one, technically a touchdown reception. Either way, Jones, big part of the game plan. Big part of the Packers' 10-point lead on Sunday Night Football.
Meet Google Pixel 6a, a smarter phone for a smarter price, powered by the Google Tensor chip. So your camera can see in the dark with night sight. Fix your photos with Magic Eraser. Photograph all skin tones accurately with Real Tone. And last up to 72 hours with Extreme Battery Saver. It's all you want in a phone. Google Pixel 6a. Save up to $150 on an unlocked Pixel 6a with qualified activation.
You're not in Kansas anymore. You're on Pandora.
This Friday, Avatar is back in theaters for a limited time only.
Outstanding.
Witness the ultimate adventure. Wait was meant to be seen.
You have a strong heart, no fear.
In stunning 4K high dynamic range. Avatar, rated PG-13, returns to theaters in 3D in all formats Friday. Tickets on sale now. It's back, America. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance. You only pay for what you need. Isn't that true? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Stupid right.
Ben, we've been trying to find you for hours.
Do I know you? You don't remember me. I don't remember anything.
You're a time traveler from the year 2022. You leap into other people and need to fix a problem in your life in order to get home. What are you thinking?
Right now, that I wish I'd gone into teaching.
Big golf event next weekend, the President's Cup on NBC Golf Channel and Peacock. U.S. team has won 8 consecutive times. Their national team will try to change that. Look at the build out there. Quail Hollow in Charlotte, the first tee. What a scene that's going to be. They sold that thing out. The fans of North Carolina looking forward to the President's Cup. We'll have it for you all weekend. Golf Channel, Peacock, and NBC Saturday, 8 Eastern. We'll get going with the Weekend Cup.
I see Aaron win a lot of golf matches too.
Well, his index is 2.1. It's pretty darn good. Amir Smith-Marset is back, this time to take the kickback for the Bears. Trying to get to the edge, and he will not get past the 15-yard line. Well covered by Green Bay. Down 11, one of the guys added on special teams for these Packers, try to improve that phase of the game. Aaron Rodgers' touchdown pass is 450th, and he is the 5th man to reach that mark. I think you know the other 4 guys. Been on TV a time or two. But another of the many milestones now in that 450 club. Chris, important spot here for the Bears with 4.5 to go.
No doubt. They could use it.
From the 15, Fields throws, and it is incomplete against Cole Quen. The tight end out of Notre Dame. After that good opening drive, back-to-back 3 and outs, the Bears have been backed up in the second quarter.
Yeah, Cole Komet really didn't have a catch last week. Only had 1 target so far here. He is the guy they need to get awakened in this offense. But here we go again. That's second down. And now the pressure really comes. Keep your eye on getting Clark inside. He is a pass rushing demon, number 97.
Montgomery, nowhere to go. Rashawn Gary.
That run defense. Wow.
Is alive in the second quarter.
Hello.
Rashawn Gary is so athletic. Sometimes the coaches will tell you, like, okay, you want to jump inside and try and make a play, that's fine. But you better darn sure make it. As you're as athletic as that guy is, inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Big play.
Four Fields complete. From one short in the first down, it's going to be a sick round.
Bears are not a good team.
Stokes, first round pick from 2 years ago out of Georgia. That's 3 straight 3 and outs for Chicago.
I want to tell you, the Packers, I don't think we're too happy with how they play defense. Watch this one. Eric Stokes going to absolutely fly. Gets there in a hurry and delivers a big hit. As a receiver, you take too many of those rip shots, you start thinking about it.
Triple Hero with the hit. Big time, Rodgers muffs it, got it on the bounce.
45-yard line.
Became a turnover. He's out of bounds to 45. We have the flag.
Again, 45-yard line, people.
Yards from the line of scrimmage.
Again, 45-yard line. Can't script this any better. 45-yard line. Aaron Rodgers owns the trash-ass Chicago Bears.
Let's see if this is a tack on to where it ended up.
During the kick. Holding. Return team number 6. That's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down. Green Bay.
And we're back in 30 seconds after this from AWS.
A game of inches? No, it's a game of millimeters. AWS machine learning and AI cover every angle, streaming 300 million data points in real time because the data tells us all even 1 millimeter can make all the difference. And if AWS can do that for the NFL, imagine what it can do for your business.
Capacity about 80,000. It was City Stadium, then Lambeau Field. If you include the playoffs, the 404th NFL game in this magnificent venue. Packers on a roll here from the 33, number 33. Aaron Jones, half and a half. Jones for 14 yards as he runs it to the left.
Watch these two guys inside, trade off this line, and go get the next one here. It's really cool to watch line play inside. Beautifully done by Josh Myers to get up there, and then John Runyon coming back from that concussion, getting to the second level and create that hole.
It's 9 touches for Jones, 77 yards. He is 77, and the Packers 180. 54 of them coming over.
I think we need a better matchup for Sunday Night Football, but they just want the opening game, the opening win against the Bears because Bears is Sumatra 45, that's Super Bowl 45. It's all rigged, it's all scripted. First one against the AFC, I think it's against New England. So we started to see why it's all rigged for the Packers to win their first Super Bowl championships in Super Bowl 45. It should be pretty obvious to see what the 45 is when you compute Bears and Gematria. That's what you get.
Bears offense is stalled. Packers offense is churning. 17-7 Green Bay.
So you've taken up running. Apple Watch has taken up a few new things as well. First, it tracked your distance. Now, it tracks your stride length. It knows a breaststroke from a backstroke. It checks for temperature changes and estimates when you've ovulated. When you're dreaming, it's measuring your REM sleep down to the minute. And it can detect a serious car crash and call for help. So, yeah, a few new things.
Football is back, and it's time to celebrate. Up your game with an impressive big new Sony TV from Best Buy. It's been a long wait, and everyone is psyched to get back to cheering for their favorite teams and players. When it comes to fun and excitement, nothing can top the energy of NFL football. Catch it all with Best Buy, the official home entertainment retailer of the NFL.
I'm finally gonna date with Flo. You got any pointers?
2 words. Political opinions. State them early and often. Play guitar?
No.
Doesn't matter. Just buy one and bring it. How much cologne you wear?
None.
Okay, you're gonna need to wear a lot more than that.
Adam, look at what I got.
Is that the new iPhone 14 Pro?
Yeah, with this amazing new camera. Smile.
And you got it on Verizon.
Even better, I got Verizon's new plan. Includes Apple One, that's Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, iCloud Plus.
I hear the acting's pretty good on that one.
So it's the deal I got from Verizon. iPhone 14 Pro on that. You should get one. Ooh, selfie time. Wow, you can hustle when you need to.
Get a new iPhone 14 Pro on us. And get it with one unlimited for iPhone. Only on the network America relies on. Verizon.
It's great. It's been with Rob forever. Next is the new
great garlic. The tender rotisserie style chicken is sublime, and the roasted garlic aioli adds a lovely piquant flavor.
Man, the second retirement really changed you. The new Subway series. What's your pick?
Camila Cabello joins The Voice tomorrow on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Maria, Tony Jason coming up on the Toyota halftime.
Super Bowl hangover in Cincinnati. Mike McDaniel 2-0 against Belichick and Harbaugh.
Plus the Niners without Trey Lance. Mike, back to you.
Yeah, Maria, it was so disappointing to see the injury to the San Francisco quarterback. We'll see the 49ers next Sunday night in Denver taking on the Broncos, who rallied to get the victory over Houston. Packers have one timeout remaining. It is 2nd and 9 on the 2-minute warning. Rodgers against Jones, a flag down. Larry Jones again continues his really good running. Takes it out to the 38-yard line. The initial indication from the official was offside against the Bears.
Offside. Defense number 94 lined up in the neutral zone. That throwing will find the result of the flag is a touchdown.
Trying to gain a little edge out there, and why not? Aaron Rodgers starting to carve you up, but really the damage that's being done so far in this game has been their focus on the running game. When they get the running game going like that, and the Bears knew it, they knew that they had to be able to take that away to be able to get after Aaron Rodgers. They thought they could get some pressure the same way Minnesota did last week, but they can't stop the run.
38-yard line. J.J. Jones' cutback runs have been effective for the Green Bay backs as well. It's on the 35-yard line. 100 seconds on the turning clock.
There's Matt LaFleur, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, I don't think I've ever asked him a question that he didn't start to answer with yes, sir, or no, sir. He's come from a military family and a lot of fun. He has a little sideline celebration, glasses, and the whole thing.
Tevin Rodgers trying to escape the pocket here. Throws on the run. Caught by Cobb at the 14-yard line. Pick up 20.
So we talk about Elton Jenkins, right? He's going to take care of his out there. The minute this guy comes through, Aaron Rodgers, notorious for stepping up and through, not the run, but the throw. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and unlike Fields, turns sideways, delivers a shot.
That was beautiful. 42 seconds left. Riders are pull it, throw it to Robert Tonyan, the tight end. Take it to the 5-yard line. 35 left. Over to LaFleur, who's going to look up at the clock and make a decision here. Again, just the one timeout left. And take it here. So Green Bay out of timeouts. Just shy of the first down. On the 2nd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, you'll get a look at Aaron. He knows that that gap is available to you. And the Bears have been really rushing just 4. And Mike, as you well know, if you're rushing 4, that means there are 6 lanes you have to protect. And Aaron has a way of finding those other 2. But I think the impressive part about him is his ability to hit all the way up into the pocket, make you believe he's going to run, turn sideways, and then make you.
You said it when we were talking about up and out, and the ability to throw on the run like that. It was a perfect catch to Cobb. They got them down close. So no timeouts here. 2nd, 1 for the first down, 5 for the touchdown. Jones already has 2. Rodgers, touchdown,
Lazard!
Alan Lazard back. He got 8 touchdowns last year. First of this year.
Watch a veteran receiver out here take his time, give his quarterback a chance to get settled. And if you give Aaron Rodgers that much space, he's going to whip this little sidearm special right in there. He has been relying on his veteran receivers tonight, so much for the Young Bucks.
And on a night where there's just a 10% chance of a shower, you get the 10%. It starts raining lightly, but everything feels good to the Green Bay fans. Rodgers' second touchdown pass. Lazard, first of the year.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a path bomb guy.
Good. You do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath?
No? Who is that guy?
Jazz bath. Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm was there.
This is upsetting for you. It's a little scary, but I want to help.
This is not the way.
Let me out of here. Right now, G!
I really wish there was another way. I'm not your therapist anymore. I'm your prisoner. You're the best. I chose you.
FX is The Patient, now streaming, only on Hulu.
Well, this resume is getting seen, just not by who you want. You need a better plan.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. An Indeed resume is more than a resume. It works harder for you, helping you edit and improve. And it gets you seen by the right people, all without having to do one dance move.
It's about family, familia, how we show up on our cultura, how we represent everywhere we go. From Philadelphia to Kansas City, New York to Los Angeles. Estamos bailando, gozando y representando el fútbol americano. Because when that beat hits, I know what time it is. Let's go!
Another President's Cup for the United States.
The President's Cup on NBC and Peacock.
Well, they've had a lot of enjoyable nights. Here in Green Bay, a little rain coming down, undeterred. And waving their towels, enjoying this Packers onslaught here in the second quarter. They've outscored Chicago 21-0 in this quarter. Back there, and no return. So Aaron didn't say relax or anything like that, but you got the sense that they were going to get the veterans involved, and the veterans have carried the day this first half.
And I think that was the right move, don't you? I mean, yeah, you've got some young talent, and you have to develop them really to give yourself a chance for the Super Bowl. But let's relax. Let's get it together, guys. This is the right defense to do it against. They're not going to play a ton of man-to-man coverage out there. Those guys know what they're doing. Trust them.
The Bears get the ball to start the second half from 25. Fields will just sling it out. It's Will Herbert, and he'll only gain 3 yards officially. Bears do have 2 timeouts. Doesn't look like Matt Eberflus is anxious to use them here.
After that 71-yard drive to open the game and the touchdown, they look so good. 3 drive sets, just 10 total yards, all 3 and outs.
And take it to halftime. Bears get the ball to start the second half. The first half controlled by Green Bay. Up 24-7 is Maria, Tony, and Jason. Go to halftime. What's coming up, folks?
All right, thanks, Mike. Obviously, we all had questions about the Packers' offense after week 1. I think they answered them in the first half of week 2.
They did. We had a feeling they'd go back to those running backs and Jones. The gentlemen were great.
They're playing the game they want to play. They're playing the game on their terms. Run it first, and Aaron Rodgers making some plays, and the defense is playing awfully well.
All right, coming up on halftime, the Bucs defense carried the day in New Orleans. And with Trey Lance done for the season, how Jimmy G and the 49ers will move forward. That and more coming up on the show at halftime.
Want to get pumped for tonight's game? Just tell Siri, play the Today's Hits playlist.
Hey there. Peacock's now streaming your favorite NBC and Bravo shows. So.
I'm all yours.
Okay, bring in the rest.
The rest? 1, 2, 3.
Busted.
You thirsty? Thank you. Yeah. Sweet dreams.
NBC, Bravo, and so much more. All in one place. Streaming on Peacock.
No one could have survived that fall.
We're gonna get out of here.
What is this place?
There is a building, and it holds the answers.
We're gonna go home.
After Sunday Night Football, go into the Cardinals locker room on 12 News.
Your Cardinals locker room is the ultimate Cardinals fan experience.
Break down the big plays, talk to the players and coaches, and give you the latest inside the Cardinals locker room.
That's the call and join the show.
Sunday nights,
Go into the Cardinals locker room with 12 News.
Cardinals Locker Room is sponsored by 72 Sold.
Just put in your address and get your price. A higher price at 72sold.com.
It's football season, and 72 Sold is the official real estate partner of the Arizona Cardinals. You'll see us at the game and on your screen. But you should know our team is always working to score a higher price for your home. That's why we were recognized as the leading home selling program in America. Join us as part of the Red Sea. And if you're thinking about selling, win big with 72 Sold. Just put in your address and get your price, a higher price at 72sold.com.
Mark Kelly gave Joe Biden all power in Washington, Senate, White House, Congress, and it's wrecking our country. Trillions of dollars in reckless spending and inflation crushing family budgets. A southern border overwhelmed by a flood of illegal immigrants. Spiking crime in our neighborhoods, terrorizing communities as law enforcement comes under attack. We can't trust Mark Kelly and Joe Biden to control everything. Stop the wreckage. Stop Mark Kelly. NRSC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Man, look at this cable bill.
Well, what if I told you that you could get home internet from Verizon?
Verizon does home internet?
Verizon does home internet, and it's only $25 a month.
Can you tell me more?
Oh, well, there's no hidden fees, no equipment charges, and no annual contracts.
See a cable?
Yeah, $25 a month for home internet. The price is the price, and it's locked in guaranteed. No surprises.
I'm gonna switch.
Verizon Home Internet. No annual contracts, no hidden fees. Starting at $25 with select unlimited plans. The internet you want at a price you'll love.
Scott McDonald and Emily Pritchard, weekly mornings on Today in AZ.
Welcome to the Toyota halftime. Let's go places.
So it's a 3-score lead for the Packers, up 24-7 against the Bears, thanks to 2 touchdowns from that guy, Aaron Jones. Roger's feeling good going into the locker room as we get you set for your halftime report. And Maria Taylor, Tony Dungy, Jason Garrett here with you. Just so you know, a 3-score lead means nothing this week. If we have learned anything in week 2, right? So let's get to the best of, and let's start with someone who had that. The Dolphins were down 21, Jason, and came all the way back against the Ravens.
Hey, with 12 minutes to go, they were down 21. 2 was fantastic. They got playmaking goals like Alfred Floyd. Playmaking ability showed up.
Baltimore's really helped them a little bit.
469 yards for Tua and ice in his veins. New England is taking on Pittsburgh.
And not a lot of offense in this game. Mac Jones and Nelson Aguilar make the big play when they need it right before the half.
You just got mossed. And New England gets the 17-14 victory in Pittsburgh, Denver, and Houston. It wasn't pretty, but the Broncos pulled off.
Yeah, not a lot of offense in Denver either, but a timely throw and catch from Russell Wilson to Silver. Russell throws those seams awfully well.
Another tough day for Joe Burrow. He was sacked 6 times in Dallas.
A lot of pressure from the Dallas defensive line. Burrow didn't have a lot of time.
Meanwhile, Cooper Rush gets the victory after his 50-yard field goal is good.
Great drive to lead him to that game-winning field goal.
The Rams, they started out with a huge lead, and they're trying to bounce back from week 1. Atlanta kept it interesting, came down to this play.
Falcons battle back. Mariota throws it into the end zone. Jalen Ramsey can go get the football. He's tall, he's long, he's a playmaker. That sealed it for the Rams.
Yeah, that 31-27 victory. Tampa Bay.
Guys, the mystery why we call it the bum holes.
You know, know Todd Bowles challenged his defense to outplay the Saints defense, and they did that today.
Yes, Brady finally got a regular season win as the Bucs quarterback. Arizona Vegas, another comeback.
And look at that clock. They score with no time. They get the 2-point play with no time for a throw and catch. And this is overtime.
And Hunter Renfrow fumbles and Byron Murphy Jr. scoops and scores for the win. Arizona was down 16 in the fourth quarter. Goes to overtime. Cardinals get the victory.
Day of the comeback.
Okay, San Francisco, Seattle. Biggest news of the day, though, Trey Lance's broken ankle on the second drive of the game. He's out for the season. So Jimmy G took over and led the Niners to win.
And he played well. And I thought Kyle Shanahan called a great game for him, taking advantage of the things he does well.
Jimmy G had a great game. He stayed afterwards. He was able to sign some autographs.
And again.
Hey, 49ers love you once again. He's 31-14 as a starter in San Francisco. After the game, he said it's just like riding a bike. But what did you see when Jimmy G took over the helm again of this offense?
Well, the one thing we know he can do is run this offense. He can throw from the pocket, probably better in the pocket than Trey Lance right now. And that's what San Francisco took advantage of.
I saw a veteran quarterback who went in, he was prepared, he was ready to go. He played with poise, he anticipated throws. Guys made some plays around him, but he was awfully good.
Yeah, just getting to a third read here and being patient in the pocket. And this is what you see. I think his teammates are excited to have him in there.
Hey, they've had a lot of success. They've won a lot of games together.
I mean, they looked comfortable. Jimmy G came off the bench. He completed his first 5 passes. That's the first time we've seen him since the NFC Championship game. And it seemed like they hadn't lost any rhythm at all with Jimmy G. Well, next Sunday night, actually, we're going to get to see Jimmy G off the football. So Jimmy G was signing autographs. Russell Wilson, their offense was getting some tools out there in Denver.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing Wilson with below 500 numbers, but the one thing he does is make that big play when you need it.
He's been a playmaking quarterback throughout his career. He makes some in critical moments. He did that today.
All right, a lot to cheer about if you're a Packers fan right now. Up 3 scores on the Bears. Aaron Rodgers trying to prove once again that he
A lot to cheer about. Everything's good when you're in Packers. 24 points. 2-4 in the NFC Championship game. Aaron Rodgers. 24th pick. 31 points. Marching Steelers. Arm. That's why you see the 31 points. It's all connected to the next championship for the Green Bay Packers. Steelers, DeMarco 31. State Farm, DeMarco 31. I'm pretty sure State Farm is DeMarco 31. It's 24-7. Packers are winning the championship. There's nothing you can do to stop the Packers from winning the championship.
An outpouring of love honoring her life.
Rodgers owned this team.
And her 70-year reign. Well, tomorrow morning we will get to witness history together.
And this game is over.
One final time for the Queen's state funeral. We'll be right there live in
Probably be here for one more drive.
as we bring you special
Game is over.
all morning long. Hope you'll join us. Bring it back to you.
Packers have been dominating the line of scrimmage.
You wanted to join in some of these locker room celebrations after some big wins today.
I remember those days.
That was crazy. The Cardinals came back and won today. They did.
I love it. Joe Flacco jumping around. Doug Peterson getting his first win. You know, it gotta feel good.
It feels great.
As a shutout win over the Colts for Doug Peterson. And now
Rodgers with 13 completions at the halftime. 13 championships to the Green Bay Packers. 19 attempts. 19-0. Didn't happen. The 19-0 narrative for Super Bowl 42. The NFC's last win in Arizona. You start to see how the dots are connected. The differential is plus 17 because of the fact that the 17-0 Dolphins are the only unbeaten team left in NFL history. That's what you see here with the first half. Packers have 17 first downs, as a matter of fact. One of the Bears will be 1 for 4 on third down, like the Packers' 14th championship. The Bears have 84 total yards. It's Arizona that's DeMarco 84. The Packers have 40 total plays. The Giants have DeMarco 40, the last team to win the Super Bowl at the state of Arizona. It's completely scripted. We all know the Bucs will win. We all know the Bucs will win next week. It's completely rigged.
Verizon does home internet?
Verizon does home internet, and it's only $25 a month.
Can you tell me more?
Oh, well, there's no hidden fees, no equipment charges, and no annual contracts.
Seriously?
Yeah, $25 a month for home internet. The price is the price, and it's locked in guaranteed. No surprises.
I'm gonna switch.
Verizon Home Internet. No annual contracts, no hidden fees. Starting at $25 with select unlimited plans. The internet you want at a price you'll love.
The automotive equivalent of saying, let's get this party started. The turbocharged, tech-inspired Kia Forte. Kia, movement that inspires.
12 News is teaming up with the Arizona Diamondbacks to take you to the ballgame.
With 7 seconds, maybe a time for a quick out and then a Hail Mary. He'll throw it, and this one will end it. Or will it? He flips it right outside. Finds it open. And the ball, he's got room. It's a full race. Touchdown.